What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. We have Rick, Maddie, and Nikki back again. How you guys doing today?
Awesome.
Great.
Thank you.
In business or in a casual situation, I think at least here in the United States, you're always taught that it's important to make eye contact with the other person when you're speaking to them. But obviously, you don't want to stare at them the whole time either. So I want you guys to again rate this from 1 to 5. You meet somebody for the first time, you're trying to get to know them, you're having a conversation with them. How much eye contact should you make with this person? Again, 1 to 5. OK, じゃあ次のシチュエーションは今度は握手からアイコンタクトですね。さっきの握手で言うと弱めよりは絶対強めの方がいい。強めの方がこう信頼感がある。この人は信用できる人なんだなっていうのが相手に伝わるということで、1よりは絶対5強い方がいいということだったのですが、じゃあ次アイコンタクトの方はどうなんでしょうか。やっぱアメリカではね、特にビジネス、人と喋っているときは相手の目を見て喋るようにしてくださいと。だけどやっぱじろじろ見るのもね、なんかちょっと嫌ですよね。で、やっぱこれ慣れていないと相手からずっと見られるのもなんか変な感じがすると思うので、実際アメリカではどうなのか、初対面の人と会った時にどれぐらいのアイコンタクトが必要なのか。Rick, I wasn't even looking at you, but I just saw you like started laughing. So I'm gonna have to pick you. You're gonna be the first one again here. What do you have?
I didn't get to the casual one. I just got the.
Okay.
I'm only at the business part. As long as you're shaking their hands. So if you're shaking their hands for like 3, 4, 5, 10 seconds, definitely you have to keep an eye contact. Boom, boom. 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop. Yeah. So I would say a 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah,
perfect.
as long as you're still holding their hand.
And I'll give you another minute or so to write down your casual one. But also keep in mind this eye contact is not only when you're shaking their hand, but it's also just kind of throughout that course of conversation, getting to know them. So after you shake their hand, you kind of get to know them. You're sitting, across from each other. They're talking. You're talking. How much eye contact should you make with this person? Maddie, how about you?
So for business, I'm saying between a 4 and 5.
A 4 and a 5.
Somewhere between there. And for casual, I mean, it so depends on the activity. You don't need to be looking at the person. Casual, I'm going to say around 3. And again, business, I just put higher because it is, I think, very much a sign of your interest and your like attentiveness.
Right. So with the casual, I think you said this is like very dependent on the situation. In what situations do you think you would make more eye contact than the other? Is it like how much, I don't know, if you're interested in another person or if it's...
I think that eye contact can definitely be seen in a lot of different ways. I can't speak to like New Zealand or other countries, but in the US, at least prolonged eye contact, it can definitely be seen as like flirty in a way. So that's something to kind of be aware of. So yeah, it depends. But if someone is telling you something, like telling you a story, especially if it's important or personal in any way, I would say just always make eye contact.
Always make eye contact. So you would say that it's better to make more eye contact than to not.
Yes, I would say.
Okay, got it. All right. Nikki, how's it in New Zealand and eye contact?
I would agree with Maddie. It's pretty much similar. I think if you make eye contact, you show that you care, that you're a good listener, that you're interested in what they're speaking about. So it's definitely a must. So maybe not 5 would be staring, if you can feel it that way. So that's why this is not 5. But 4 still implies that it's very, very important to maintain the eye contact throughout the conversation.
Right. And that's the hard balance, right? Because I feel like sometimes when I'm talking to somebody in a business situation too, you have like the good eye contact and you have like somebody like staring at you. Like it's almost like they're not, the eyes are like really fixated on your eyes. And sometimes it kind of makes me feel a little uncomfortable as a speaker.
Right.
Do you ever feel that way where somebody is making too much eye contact and it can actually backfire or make you feel a bit uncomfortable?
Yes, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
I do. It can become unpleasant. Like, what is he looking at?
Yeah. All right. So it seems like in New Zealand, it's pretty similar to the United States where eye contact is very important. So let's bring this back to Rick.
Yeah.
What do you say on this?
Oh, 4 to 5. I'm sorry, you can see that. 4 to 5 for business, and then casual, it's 3.
Okay.
So when, you know, what Maddie and Nikki were talking about for business, I mean, if the person is talking, right, the business person is talking, of course you want to be continually looking at them when they're speaking. But there are situations maybe where you might want to take notes down, right? Look at some things to show that you are paying attention to what they're saying. Right? In case it's something it's important. But at least, but not continually staring. I wouldn't do that. But definitely show that you are attentive.
There you go.
And for casual, yeah, it'd be kind of strange to keep at a level 5. Like, are you strange? I mean, 3 is good enough. Just, you know, keep an eye. Look down, look somewhere else. And if the person speaks, of course, if the person's speaking, you have to look at them all the time, and that's important. Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, I wouldn't keep continually look at the
I think I agree with all of you too. I think like in a business situation, especially when you meet somebody for the first time, you know, making eye contact means that, you know, you're paying attention to them. You know, it's a sign of respect in a sense. But in a casual situation, you know, if I met somebody for the first time and they're just making too much eye contact with me, I think it would probably make me a little bit uncomfortable. And, you know, like Maddie said, it could be like, you know, somebody flirting at you, you know, you know, that's also something that I think you have to watch out for, you know, when you make too much eye contact, because you don't want to be sending mixed signals to the other person. So yes, I think eye contact is something that my students ask me about from time to time. I think in Japan, you know, making eye contact is not as big as it is in the United States. So I know a lot of my students have a little bit of a difficulty looking into people's eyes and speaking. But what I usually tell them is to, you know, if it's hard for you to look into their eyes, just to look like around their nose area or that general area where you're not like directly looking into their eyes, but somewhere around here should be helpful. まあ、ということでね、アイコンタクトの部分はビジネスの場合はやっぱりこの辺は4とか5、もうできるだけ相手の目を見て話すこと、ビジネスの場合はやっぱこれは求められるんですよね。やっぱ相手にいい印象を与えるためには、まあ日本語で言うと相槌を打つ。英語の場合は相槌よりも自分の目で相手のことを聞いていますよっていうことを伝えることが大事なので、まあやっぱ慣れていないとね、ちょっと大変かもしれないですが、まあこの辺特にビジネスの場合はできるだけ相手の目を見て喋ってください。もし慣れていない方は、目を見るのではなく、目のちょっとした鼻の上を見て喋ればいいと思います。その辺を見ればね、そこまでね、変な感じしないので、で、相手も自分が目の鼻の上を見てないってことはわからないので、まあ、ちょっとしたあれで使ってみてください。ただ、友達の場合はね、やっぱりちょっとこう5って強すぎなんですよね。友達とかで紹介されてもずっと見られるとちょっとね、違和感ありますので、友達の場合は3ぐらいでいいかと思います。Nikki, Rick, Maddie, thank you guys very much. And before we finish up, I just want to let everybody know that all 3 of our tutors today, Nikki, Rick, and Maddie, offer amazing English lessons on Cafe Talk. カフェトークというね、オンライン習い事サイトでニッキー先生、リック先生とマディ先生はね、もう楽しいレッスンを提供しています。みんなね、もう経験豊富な先生なので、もし興味のある方は、今日の、YouTube 動画の概要欄に先生のプロフィールを載せていますので、ぜひチェックしてください。カフェトークというオンライン習い事サイトです。